Hey guys, last round for Euroleague 2024 is about to begin.
So happy Christmas to everybody. We have the usual agenda. We're going to look at the credit bank from last round, our team results, our solution for the coach of the week, our team trades, and our team formation. So we're starting with the results of round 17. And on the good books, we have Cordigné, Osmani, and Fo. Osmani has been having some great performances for at least 3-4 rounds, and if you look at his credits, they are quite low, 7.5. So it could be a solution to think of if you need, an X factor or a player below 8 credits is very tough to find. So it's a very good find. On the other hand, Cordigné had an amazing game. He's though at 12.7, so perhaps a little bit expensive now. And finally, Mustafa Fall, we would avoid him for now as we want to see consistency from him. It's been, a great game, but it wasn't taking, a lot of time, or he wasn't really producing a lot of fantasy points lately. On the downside, we have Tavares. Perhaps that's a great offer now. Christmas sale then, 0.9 credits less than prior round. And on the other hand, potentially we would avoid Forrest and Papagiannis, as we think they are both quite expensive. Papagiannis had some good games recently, so he may come back into the good performances. But with 10.2, perhaps you can check other avenues. So in terms of coaches, Ataman has had a great double round week, and I think his price now came back closer to reality. I mean, we talked about this on the previous episode that for the champs, that was a very low rate to get a coach. That paid off then, whoever had Ataman on the previous double round week. On the other hand, I think the reduction of 0.7 credits of Spanoulis seems to be like a good price if there is a good matchup for Monaco. So let's move on then, Konstantinos, to our team.
Yes, here we see the results for our team for round 17. It was not a good round for us. With 133.73 fantasy points, it's below average. After a series of good results, I would say. For that reason, you see, for example, Blatt, McCormack, especially Petrusev, did not contribute and give us what they usually give us in terms of fantasy points. As you see, we had DJ Shorts. The game between Paris and Fenerbahce was cancelled, but we decided to keep and have Shorts in our team to get the 25.23 fantasy points. Keep in mind, new rule, you cannot have a player as a captain if a game is cancelled. You just take the average points that the player has at the moment.
Yeah, and I think looking at the results, for me, what's important is that we still increase our credits. So we had a gain of 0.7, and that's mainly because we decided to get on with Bolomboy, exactly because we're thinking he's going to increase value. We think he's still in a very good price point, perhaps, and maybe he has more to grow in terms of price. But apart from that, I would say, as you said, after a long time with very good results, this is actually a low. So let's see.
And I would say the surprise from this team, it was Kalaitzakis. That you see 7.15 fantasy points from the bench. He had 14 in the last round. So that was the surprise for our team, because even Olympiacos had difficulties beating Alba Berlin at home. So that's why we got only 10 points from Bertzokas. But yeah, it was not a good round. But let's see later on how we build the team. Keep in mind we have unlimited trades after round 17.
And before we go to unlimited trades, let's have a look on the coach of the week. So for this week, we are going with Matteo and Real. They play in Berlin versus Alba. We think, although it's an expensive price to pay, potentially is the safest option right now. So there are a couple of risky, let's say, options if you look down into your credits, but around 8.4, Matteo is our coach for this week.
And now let's see the trades. Now you see all the trades that we made. That's where you see 4 players and the coach. So we decided to trade out TJ Shorts, Blatt, McCormack, Bolomboy. Bill said that Bolomboy gave us some credits, but keep in mind we had a lot of discussions about building the team, to be honest. So that's why we decided to sacrifice TJ Shorts and Bolomboy as well. Even McCormack, who is on the rise in the last rounds. We wanted to bring Facundo Campazzo to our team because we lose TJ Shorts, but we want to have a main guard with Maledon, just to have 2 top-tier guards in our team. And Facu Campazzo, slightly less credits compared to TJ Shorts, but he had 23.1 fantasy points in, if I remember correctly, 15 minutes of game time. So he can get, the contribution we can get from Facundo Campazzo. It can be, we think around 20 fantasy points. Also Francisco, it seems that he is on the rise again. You see 25 fantasy points in the last round. Key game versus Maccabi for Žalgiris, but we think now that he's getting back to the role and the momentum he had at the beginning of the season for Francisco. Then Booker, he has a breakout year, to be honest, with Bayern. Bayern is playing exceptionally this year, one of the teams that you want to watch, and good teams in terms of their gameplay. So that's why I said we sacrificed Bolomboy and McCormack, and we brought Booker as, let's say, our main center, and then Jaite from Monaco. He is back. As you see, only +3 fantasy points, but we checked and saw that in the French league he had a good game, so he's getting the minutes now. And now in the new system, coach Spanulis, if you see bit how Monaco plays, he is trying to get the best out of all the centers. Moteyunas, Papagiannis, and Jaite. So coach Spanulis is trying to involve all his centers to the game during the game, and just give more time to the one who plays better. And in terms of coaches, we thank Coach Barjokas for the 10 fantasy points, and we had to go with a less expensive coach, and we decided that Coach Penaroya from Barcelona, with 6.6 credits. Barcelona is playing versus Crvena Zvezda at home, and we think Barcelona is in a good rhythm now to start building and getting Ws.
So with that, let's go to check our team then. Here is our team for round 18. We still have 1.5 credit on the side for the team on round 19. So as we mentioned, Jaite is our bet for the center position, and then the other center is Booker. He's coming from the bench as he's playing on tier 2, on turn 2. And then we have Vezenkov, Campazzo, Francisco, and Rapik on turn 1, or in the main team. We are going with Campazzo as our captain due to the matchup. We had quite a difficult time deciding between Vezenkov and Campazzo, so any of them could be a good decision. Then finally, turn 2, we have Maledon, potentially also our captain in case something goes wrong with Campazzo, and Petrusev, our usual X factor. The other 2 players is Kalaitzakis, that although a filler, he gave us many points last week. And finally, the guard from Bayern. And our coach is Penaroya, 6.6. We had to go with something cheaper than Matteo in order to fit it in our team. So this is how we're going. We may have some changes going into round 19, but we're probably going to be back with another episode for that. So until then, we hope we can bounce back on this last round of the year.
Yeah, that's true, guys. So please feel free to write your own suggestions, recommendations, player recommendation, coaches recommendation, and your teams as well in the comment section. Like and subscribe in our channel, and also we will post everything on X for round 18, the last round for 2024 of Euroleague.
Enjoy Christmas, and we'll see you probably around New Year's. Have a great one.
Yeah, guys, and happy holidays, and enjoy Christmas. See you soon.